You stumble upon a job advert that will spring you to the next level. But what do? You keep telling yourself, I'll apply tomorrow. Well, you lied, and now the deadline passed. You're not alone. Psychologists call this the Jonah Complex. It's why we fear success more than failure. Stay with me, because understanding this will set you up for success this year. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Brain Reset channel. Today, we're talking about self-sabotage, why we run from our own potential even though we claim we want to be great. This comes from Abraham Maslow's research on self-actualization. He called it the Jonah Complex. Hold on to that name because this guy had it the worst. Imagine explaining to your wife how you survived in the stomach of a fish for 3 days. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you sabotage yourself and how to break free from it. Here's the paradox. We all want to be great, to reach our full potential, to matter. But at the same time, we recoil from that very greatness. The fear of being extraordinary outweighs the desire for it. Maslow named it after Jonah, the prophet who was called to deliver an important message but ran in the opposite direction and ended up in the belly of a whale. Jonah didn't run because he couldn't do it. He ran because he was terrified of what it would mean if he did. Think about it. A bird with perfectly functional wings that refuses to leave the safety of low branches, not incapable of flight, just terrified of how much space it might take up once it spreads its wings. That's us. We stay small not because we have to, but because we're afraid of our own magnitude. Maslow identified 3 fears that fuel this pattern. Fear 1, the fear of responsibility. When you step into your potential, suddenly you have expectations to meet. People will look to you for leadership. You'll have obligations, pressure. Your brain goes, I've got to do this every day for the rest of my life? Too much responsibility. I'm good where I am. Fear 2, the fear of isolation, the fear that fully becoming yourself will separate you from others. We're social by nature. Belonging feels like survival. So when our goals pull us in a different direction, we instinctively hold back. You stop talking about your business idea. You avoid mentioning your progress because it makes the room go quiet. Success changes your schedule, your priorities, your mindset. We fear that if we grow too much, we'll outgrow the people who are comfortable staying where they are, so we shrink ourselves to avoid being alone. Fear 3, the worm perspective, the quiet belief that you are fundamentally insignificant, the inner voice that whispers, who am I to think I'm special? Extraordinary lives are reserved for other people, those with more talent, better connections, not you. This is where imposter syndrome thrives. Even when you achieve something, it feels like a fluke. You fear being exposed, so you lower your ambitions in advance. The 4 forms of self-sabotage. Type 1, self-imposed mediocrity. You have genuine talent but refuse to develop it. You're good at writing but never finish your book. You're great with people but avoid leadership roles. That YouTube channel you constantly ignore? You tell yourself you're being realistic, but really you're choosing mediocrity to avoid the possibility of success. Type 2, procrastination and avoidance. A big moment is coming and suddenly your mind affects. The room must be cleaned. The desk must be rearranged. You open your phone for a second and emerge 3 episodes later. This is the same reason people don't study for an exam. Walking in unprepared gives you armor. If you fail, you have your alibi. I didn't even try. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's fear dressed up as strategy. Type 3, hostility toward excellence. You catch yourself rolling your eyes at successful people. You call them lucky, privileged, fake, not because they did something wrong, but because their existence is an accusation. Their excellence forces a confrontation with your own unrealized potential. It's easier to tear them down than to admit you're standing still. This isn't criticism, it's self-protection disguised as judgment. Type 4, the sabotage sprint, the moment right before the finish line, when success is no longer a fantasy but a threat. You're almost there, and that's when you detonate. You start a pointless fight the night before a breakthrough. You forget the deadline that actually mattered. The brain prefers a familiar, self-inflicted wound over the unknown danger of external rejection. Better to destroy it yourself than to find out what happens if the world decides you weren't enough. How to overcome it? Abraham Maslow believes the Jonah Complex is a threshold, a final test that appears right before self-actualization. Here are 3 strategies to break free. Strategy 1, unitive consciousness. Most of us think we have to choose. Pursuing greatness means sacrificing authenticity, or staying true to ourselves means accepting mediocrity. But self-actualized people learn to hold both. You can be ambitious and kind. You can pursue success and maintain integrity. You can be extraordinary and still be human. Greatness doesn't require perfection. You just have to be willing to show up fully. Strategy 2, embrace your vocation. Self-actualized people don't just have jobs, they have vocations, something they're devoted to that's bigger than themselves. Ask yourself, what would I do even if no one was watching? What makes me lose track of time? What problem bothers me enough that I want to be part of the solution? That's your vocation. Once you identify it, you have a compass that's stronger than your fear. Strategy 3, creative impudence, the balance point between thinking you're a god and thinking you're a worm. Creative impudence is disciplined boldness, the courage to try without needing to feel special, and the humility to laugh when you stumble. Start small. One risk this week, one idea shared, one application sent. Redefine failure. The people who succeed fail more because they try more. Failure isn't proof you're inadequate, it's proof you showed up. Be on your own side. Talk to yourself like you would a friend. Every act of courage rewires your brain to see growth as safe, not dangerous. Here's the truth. The biggest thing holding you back isn't talent or opportunity, it's the fear of your own greatness. You have wings, you were built to fly. Pick one area where you've been playing small and take one small, uncomfortable step this week. Share that idea, say yes to that opportunity. Just start. If this hit you, like and comment how you sabotaged yourself and what you'll do differently. Subscribe for more psychology that actually helps you grow. The sky's waiting, so go ahead, flap those wings. Try not to knock over your coffee while you're at it.